Hello, everybody, and welcome to the original Rebels Racing League for the Rebels Roulette 133 here from Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the Saturday Night Send It Cup Series. I'm Zach Wetstein. I'm here with Sam Wetstein. How you doing tonight?
Doing great, Zach. Looking forward to a great night of racing.
Yep, 133 laps here at Las Vegas in these Cup cars, and we'll bring you your race info for tonight. Mile and a half track, 77 degrees is the track temperature, and it's going to be a fun night of racing. The draft is going to be a big part of it tonight, so we're going to see just how these guys handle that on track. I believe qualifying is starting up right now. So we are going to go ahead, shift over to qualifying. Let's see who's going to be first up. Whoever's first up, we're going to spotlight. So
Looks like Garrett Kinder pulling out on track.
yep, there's Garrett Kinder in that 76 machine. Self-made paint scheme, I believe. So rocking that in the Cup car tonight.
Yeah, he's pretty good at that. He did a truck for me in the truck series. Looks awesome. At Reaper Racing. Yeah, we got to get that in there, don't we?
Yeah, both of us being in Reaper Racing, I guess we got to get that in there. I guess we're gonna
Well, we might want
go.
to.
We're gonna go on board here real quick with the Garrett Kinder just to see what these laps look like.
He looked like a guy ice skating in the middle of a winter storm from what I saw from practice. Guys were complaining that the track was real loose tonight. But there's only 0.8 of a second separating the whole field in practice.
Running that middle line on the first lap. Let's see if he sticks with it through the second lap or if he changes it up a little bit.
The middle lane here has got a lot of grip. You get down low, and that's where you start to get a little squirrely.
Yeah, just above that seam. Now he's going to go below that seam that you see right there. So, yeah, running that middle line majority of the lap, if not all of the lap, honestly. Yeah, you never see him really get down to that white line. Even when he does go to the low side, he never gets to that white line. So, he's going to cross the line, and he's going to qualify in the second position now.
Second place. William Paisley with a 30.192.
Yep, Will Paisley, always fast, and, well, fastest lap tonight so far. We got Tanner Marr on track. Let's go check out Tanner real quick in that 08 Caterpillar machine. Oh, even loose on the apron.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the pace car get a little loose.
I think he got a penalty for unsafe pit exit. I'm not sure why else he would really stop there, so I think that's what happened. See, we'll give him a chance to go back out. Right now, Jeff Paisley, father of Will Paisley, who currently holds the pole position, going out for his first lap currently. Oh, gets loose. So, basically scrap this first lap and basically get ready for that second lap. See if he can hold it through that second lap and lay a nice time down. I imagine this lap will put him last to start, but he should improve on this next lap. Maybe not get as loose. He's gonna run that white line, which we haven't really seen from who we've watched so far.
Yeah, you get a little get down towards that white line. That gets a little slippery down there. I'm amazed that he's running that low.
He's able to have a clean second lap. Let's see where that'll put him as he crosses the start-finish line. Third. He's going to start right now, starting behind his son.
Lap.
Clint Reist. I thought I saw him. I don't even know if he's in here. I thought I saw his name. Yeah, there he is. On track. We saw him last night at Martinsville. Running that same paint scheme, just a different car. This is his first lap.
Oh, he's going to high run it.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe he runs that high line the first lap and maybe runs the middle to low line on his second. We'll see, though.
He's just taking the green now, right?
I think this is his first lap, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, he's just taking the green, so.
He qualified 17th with that lap.
There he is.
Yep, he's running that low line on that second lap. So first lap ran the high line everywhere, and he's going to run, looks like, the bottom line throughout the second lap.
I think maybe he's using that first lap, put some heat in the tires. I'd be thinking that good lap will stick on the second lap.
18th right now, but this lap is going to put Mr. Clint Reist in the pole position.
Well, what a run.
A 30.13 over Will Paisley's 30.19. So very close times.
Have to remember that tomorrow night.
Brett Retterer, I think he just got done qualifying, qualified 6th. Scotty Stevens on track right now. First lap 21st. Let's see what he can get on that second lap. Coming around turn 3 and 4.
He's running a different line there, a little bit higher off the white line, but not quite middle.
Second lap, looks like he's gonna, in the wall. I think he's already done his lap anyways. 22nd for Scotty Stevens. Josh Oswald out on track. We have, it looks like, just over 30 cars tonight.
Yeah, Josh was actually racing last night in the mud and the ice of Pennsylvania. It was Josh, wasn't it?
I'm honestly not sure.
Yeah, it was. Number 77, the Jet, went out with a clean car, came back with a car full of mud.
First lap for Mr. Oswald. Going to put him 22nd. See what he gets on the second lap.
And our fastest guy from qualifying, Jason Warren, had a mind bend there for a moment. Just took the green flag for his first.
Josh Oswald qualifies 21st.
Be interesting. I think Clint's time was a little faster than Warren's time in practice, so it'll be interesting to see if he can pull a little bit more out of that car. 13th on his first run. Down there deep in 3 and 4. And a little wiggle coming off of 4. See if that hurt him.
Yeah, see how that affects his second lap across the line. Jason Warren, it did not affect it.
No. And if it did, holy cow.
Pole spot for Mr. Jason Warren.
Had to pull a 29 out of that. Maybe that wiggle cost him.
As he will grab that pole spot with 1 minute and 10 seconds left in qualifying. Doesn't look like anybody else going out.
Yeah, on track. So 24 tonight.
'24 qualified 30, exactly 30 in the session. We'll see how many grid up. And while nobody is out on track, go ahead and take a look at the schedule for the Saturday Night Senate Cup Series. This week, Las Vegas, 4th race of the season, 133 laps, like we mentioned, 200 miles. Next week, we're at Phoenix, 150 laps, around that mile of length of track. So I personally like Phoenix, and I'm looking forward to it. Kansas, Martinsville, and Michigan before we have 2 bye weeks in February.
Yeah, I don't get Phoenix. I mean, either make the racetrack go one way or make it go the other way. I'm not sure about that big opening, the dog leg.
Yeah, that always makes the restarts interesting, and you're going to see that next week for sure as we head to Phoenix. But Martinsville, 3 weeks from today, that is going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, bring your popcorn.
And cars are out on track, and we're going to go ahead and get you your grid for tonight, if I can get it. Come on, iRacing, give me my grid.
So we've got 29 guys looking like we're going to grid tonight.
Still not giving me a grid. Oh, there we go. Okay. Jason Warren, your pole spot with a 30.099. Clint Reese second. Will Paisley third. Garrett Kinder qualifying fourth. Jeff Paisley rounding out the top 5. Joey Buscemi sixth. Brett Rederer seventh. Joshua Sexton eighth. Tanner Marr ninth. And top 10 is Elliott Longenecker. William Griffith 11th. Kyle Roberts 12th. 13th Tia Swank. 14th Chris Heiner. Top 15, Kevin Rockwell running out that top 15. Michael Swink 16th. 17th, Brett Grunewald. Sorry if I butchered that. Brandon Wallace 18th. Brian Rupert 19th. And Bill Voracek 20th. Mickey Isaac 21st. Josh Oswald 22nd. 23rd is Brian Torchia. And 24th, Scotty Stevens. 25th, Cameron Combs. 26th, Jason Lottridge. 27th, Philip Manzo. Chuck Feltz 28th. Magic Mike at Rebay 29th, and running out the field is Christian Deadman.
Yeah, I don't think Coach is going to, Christian is going to grid up tonight. Looks like we're going to start with 29.
Yeah, 27 cars on track right now. Jason Lottridge being the 27th car. As these guys get ready to go racing tonight at Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the Rebels Roulette 133. Jason Warren going to lead them to that green flag. Sorry about that.
And he's off.
Pace cars off. Jason Warren is off. Green flag racing. Jason Warren, a nice jump. Clint Reese going to try to stick to his outside, but he's not going to be able to make it work, but he's going to at least secure that second spot for now.
A nice clean start, too.
Yeah, everybody throughout the field 2x2, but like you mentioned, clean start. And here comes Will Paisley for that first position. Side by side for the lead already on lap 1 as I looked away and didn't see who actually led that lap. But Will Paisley currently has the lead, but still side by side going into turn 1. You see how edgy these cars are. Clint Reese gets loose up into the wall. I think they're wrecking behind. They're able to save it. Yeah, Chris Heiner, I think. No, not Heiner. I'm not sure who that was, but got loose, but is able to save it. Will Paisley to the lead. He finally clears Jason Warren, new leader here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Jason Warren not giving it up, though, but these two are running away from third place Garrett Kinder right now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was looking through the field to see how everybody was doing. Looks like we shaped up after that little get loose back there.
Yeah, the front two currently a second ahead of third place Garrett Kinder. But Jason Warren, after giving up that lead to Will Paisley, is not giving it up easy.
No,
Will Paisley loose. And that kind of a domino effect. Jason Warren checking up just in case he wrecks. That checks Jason Warren up, and these two are going to have to regroup and get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, no way to take advantage of that when you're trying to avoid the guy that's probably going to wreck.
Yeah, when these cars get loose, it can be hard to save. So nice job by Will to save the car there.
Yes, it was. There is a bump there in the middle of 1 and 2 that will get you a little upset if you don't watch out for it.
Clint Reist, we saw him lead a good amount of laps last night at Martinsville in the Xfinity cars. Now fourth, looking to take that third spot away from Garrett Kinder, showing that he can be versatile and be good at any type of track that he goes to. Martinsville, a half-mile paperclip, and then Las Vegas, a 1.5 mile track. So Clint Reist looking fast everywhere, looking to the outside of Garrett Kinder. I think he had to catch the car a little bit there, though. We kind of have a train of cars behind Garrett Kinder here. I think who we saw get loose earlier might have been Jeff Paisley. I'm not sure if we go back here. Yeah, I think it was Paisley. I saw the Exalta on the front, or Adidas. I think that's Adidas. But he was able to save it, and he's still running in the 8th position. Actually, we'll go back to Jeff as I thought he was going to look to the inside of Elliott Longenecker, but not going to make that move just yet. Tanner Marr on the inside of Clint Reist. We just talked about how Clint Reist was getting to Kinder. Well, he has right behind him Tanner Marr in that Caterpillar car, so he has to be careful. And, well, now you see Clint Reist has run out of patience after almost being passed by Tanner and almost makes the pass on Kinder. We'll see if he can make it into turn 3 and 4. Kinder fighting back on the outside. The fuel window tonight, and it's not 100% accurate, so take it as you may, but around 58 laps, but expect these guys to pit probably earlier than that if we go green flag that long. But 58, I have heard, is a chance that they could maybe go that long, but with the tires wearing out here, you'll probably see them pit earlier than that.
That would be a long way to go on tires on a slippery track. Kinder trying to go low and get a move on Clint here.
Yeah, looking to fight back, try to take that position back from Clint Reist.
No, look now, here comes Tanner Marr coming up on Kinder and Joey Buscemi.
Yeah, like I meant. Oh, we might have 3 wide behind them. They were almost 3 wide. Kyle Roberts, Tia Swank, William Griffith. Kyle Roberts smartly did not take it 3 wide.
Yeah, I don't think that's the thing to do unless you're on the last lap.
Kyle Roberts to the outside of Tia Swank for the 11th position. As he's able to successfully make that pass, and now Tia Swank going to try to hold on to that 12th spot now. Chris Heiner behind him. I think Kyle Roberts got loose there. Now Tia Swank going to fight back, look to the inside.
Yeah, I was watching Michael Swank Wondering what race you were watching. I always get these two guys mixed up.
As that battle kind of figures itself out, we'll go back to this battle up here. I mean, just a train of cars behind Garrett Kinder. Garrett Kinder, Elliott Longnecker, Tanner Marr, Jeff Paisley. Tanner Marr actually looking to hold on against Jeff Paisley. Joe Buscemi and Joshua Sexton all in a little pack here.
Yeah, this is the part of the pack where your heart is racing. You see the front, and you want to go, but everybody else wants to go too. You know, it becomes a who can hold it down in the corners better.
Yeah, Jeff Paisley able to make that move on Tanner Marr, now up to the 6th position. We saw him slip earlier at the beginning of the race and qualified 5th, fell back to about 8th or 9th, and he's fought his way back up to 6th so far and looking to try to pass Elliott Longenecker for the 5th position.
I saw somebody hit the wall there, but must have been an acid flashback.
And Jeff Paisley makes that pass. Not just yet. Elliott Longenecker fighting back on that outside. Should see Jeff Paisley dive pretty deep into turn 1 here, as he does, and now he looks to the inside of Garrett Kinder, trying to move all the way up to the 4th position, maybe.
Yeah, well, I wasn't imagining things. Tanner Marr did lose it a little, smacked the wall a little bit, and has dropped back and is under pressure from Tia Swank coming up on him.
Good to know it wasn't the other thing.
Yeah.
As Paisley still looking to the inside of Garrett Kinder for the 4th position here. Clint Reese, Jason Warren, William Paisley really booked out, or checked out from this pack here. 1, 2, 3 right now. And Garrett Kinder always going to fight hard, and he is fighting as hard as he can to keep that 4th position right now.
Been doing a pretty good job because these guys I know have been putting the pressure on him.
So far, 17 laps in, all green flag laps. These guys doing a nice job. And Joe Buscemi looking to the inside of Elliott Longenecker now. It just shows what kind of racing two different types of tracks can bring. Martinsville last night, that's a tough track, and it's kind of tough to avoid having a good amount of cautions. And then you come to a track like Las Vegas where it's more open, and so far these guys have done a nice job at going 18 straight.
I doubt in the first half of this race we have more than, say, one caution. I think the last 30 or 40 laps, we get guys mixing it up, we might get a couple, but there's room to race side by side here, and it's fast, and Paisley gets a little loose there.
Yeah, Paisley trying to pass Garrett Kinder for that 4th position and gets loose and falls back to the 6th spot. And we've been watching this, but let's go back up to the lead real quick. Will Paisley currently 6/10 lead over Jason Warren, and Clint Reese only 1.3 seconds back now, so he's starting to catch these guys. And you mentioned in practice how between first and last, it was only about 0.8 of a difference, and that's kind of showing right now. As, I mean, Will Paisley's been fast, and so has Jason Warren, but Clint Reese is starting to sneak up on these guys. Garrett Kinder, we'll see if he starts to catch him soon. I think Elliott Longenecker just made a pass for that 4th spot, so we'll see if he has anything for these leaders, and very competitive race so far.
Yeah, between first and, 26th, 27th, 0.6 of a second, 28. So everybody, 0.6 of a second between the whole field as far as speed. Now,
Garrett Kinder, he may lose a spot, but he is going to fight as hard as he can to try to keep you from having that spot. And as you see, fighting back on the outside, not letting Elliott Longenecker take that 4th spot and kind of run away with it. He's fighting back.
He's not going to make him feel comfortable about it, that's for sure.
Oh, Longnecker got a little bit loose there in the bottom. Caution. Caution is out.
Where?
I'm not
The
sure.
48 car on the back stretch.
Brian Rupert in that 48 Lowe's machine bringing out the first caution of the night. 22 laps into the race. Not a bad start. See if we can't. See what happened to Brian Rupert.
Oh, he just got loose. And he gets up into Michael Swank.
Loose in 1 and 2 there. Comes up.
And the 0-2 got a little bit of that too.
And he kind of blinks out there. But that was the cause of the caution, and I think we're going to see our first round of pit stops here. I don't know if pit road was open this time. If it was, these guys haven't come down pit road yet. So looks like they're going to stay out for now. Let's check out pit road real quick.
Got a few takers.
Yeah, we have Kevin Rockwell, Brandon Wallace, Brett Grudenwalt, and Cameron Combs down pit road.
Well, if you're in the back, you're not losing anything. Unlimited tires tonight. And no fast repairs. Might be wrong on that unlimited tires.
Yeah, so 4 cars pit and the rest of the field stays out. 22 laps on these tires. We're going to, I guess, see the difference in tires now.
Yeah, 2 tire changes tonight. Sorry.
Okay. So that's why we're not seeing any of these guys pit, is they're saving a set for later in the race. Yeah, I feel like if we had unlimited, we definitely would have seen everybody go into pit road 22 laps into a run. Makes sense, though, that a lot of these guys not pitting so that they can save a set, hopefully, for the end of the race, in case there's a late race caution, which usually you always find yourself in a late race restart situation. So if you can outsmart your opponents and have a set of tires left at the end where maybe not a lot of other people do, it might just win you the race later on in the race, or later on in the race.
Yeah, it could. And I've seen guys save that last set of tires for later in the race, and when you get around to it, you don't have the track position to make it work.
Yeah, it's always the risk is not getting that late race caution, and you know it's not really going to hurt anybody out here just because mainly everybody stayed out other than 4 cars, so almost everybody's still in the same pit strategy. Obviously, if we get some green flag pit stops, that'll change, but about 24, 25 cars on the same pit strategy, and 4 cars that pit are just going to try something different.
Yeah, I think if I was in like 10th or back and felt good about my race car, I might have came down. Well, it's 133 laps, so yeah, I might have came down there and got a set.
Tough choice when you only have 2 sets of tires, and we're going to see how it works out. Will Paisley, he had a pit strategy call last night that eventually won him the race. So out in the lead right now, a great jump. Jason Warren second, Clint Reese third, Elliott Longenecker fourth, Garrett Kinder fifth. Clint Reese looking to take that second spot away from Jason Warren.
Oh yeah, he's going to get that. Now, how long he'll keep it, that's another question.
I don't know. He was catching Jason Warren there before the caution, so who knows how fast that 2 machine is. We'll see as this run goes on.
You got to wonder if Warren isn't saving tires a little bit here since he stayed out. All these guys stayed out. It looks like some of them are running a little harder than others, and like Reese played with the wall there a little bit.
Yeah, I've talked to Jason Warren before. He's a big short track guy. and he told me that he really wants to work on his long run speed at these 1.5 miles or longer, and so we're going to see how well that has worked out for him so far.
Yeah, it looks like everybody in the top, about top 12 here is just all kind of lined out on the backstretch. Got some racing going on behind him, though. I saw 3 wide for a moment.
Oh yeah, a lot of traffic back here for the 13th position on back. Chris Heiner and Jason Lotridge side by side for the 15th position right now. Chris Heiner looking to make that outside work. Behind them, Cameron Combs, Scotty Stevens side by side as well. So a lot of racing going back here in the middle of the pack. Oh, we might have some wrecking behind him. Cameron Combs, great save. Let's go. I want to check that out real quick. Just check out that nice save from Cameron Combs real quick. Let's see what happens to the 85 machine. Coming out of turn 4, just runs up the track, gets loose. Oof. That'll make you sweat.
Yeah, it will.
As he is now running in the 20th position. Move back up here towards the lead. 4-car line, second place on back. And, oh, Clint Reese gets loose out of turn 4 or 2. And that's going to help Jason Warren get to his bumper. And now side by side for that second position. Here comes Jason Warren. Oh, Jason gets loose.
Ooh, a little too low there.
Now Garrett Kinder looking to take that third position away from Warren. He's going to do it successfully. And now Elliot Longenecker as well. One mistake can hurt you pretty bad, as he's going to lose 2 or 3 spots here from getting loose underneath that 2 machine. 3 spots, or well, 2 spots now. Would have been 3 if he was past Clint Reese. Let's go on back again, see if this group has kind of solved things for short term at least, and it looks like they are single file now.
Yeah, it looks like we pretty much got the whole field kind of figured out where they're going to be. Maybe a little racing in the back, but this is the point of the race where everybody's on this. Everybody that did not pit is going, well, why didn't I pit? Oh, we got a wreck on the front stretch. Well, he's in the grass, and nice save. I can't even tell who it is.
As Will Paisley, still your leader, 33 laps into the race. Currently 1.4 seconds ahead of Clint Reese in that second position. See what's going on for the second position here. Garrett Kinder trying to get up to Clint Reese here and try to take the second position away. Jason Warren on the outside of Jeff Paisley, so Warren starting to fall back a little bit as Paisley trying to make a pass on Warren. See if Paisley's able to pull it off for the 5th position, and he's going to be able to slide up there out of turn 2, and he's going to make that pass work. Oh, he gives Warren the outside lane. Thought he would close that up, but he's going to assume that 5th position for now.
Seen a lot of guys earlier that were taking advantage of being able to cut below the white line there at the start-finish line have decided against it because there are a lot of people slipping and sliding when they do that. I think that transition with the slick track and the old tires is making that a no-go.
Yeah, these cars with this setup are definitely very loose really at any track, but when you put them on a mile and a half or longer where there's a lot of track to deal with, it can definitely get loose through the turns, and we're kind of seeing that tonight. A lot of saves tonight. Unfortunately for Brian Rupert, he did spin out, but not too much damage on that car. But for the most part, any car that we've seen get loose has been able to save it, but it doesn't come easy saving those cars like that.
Oh, Will Paisley, our leader, going through turn 4, took the high line, got a little too high and a little wiggly coming out.
Garrett Kinder in the second position now. He passed Clint Reist, and he's going to try to maybe track down Will Paisley for that lead position. Currently 9/10 back.
Went to check on Will because he was up there all by himself. I figured maybe he was lonely. I think Kinder got a little loose coming out of 4, lost some momentum, and we got Clint Reist coming back on him.
As Clint Reist looking to fight back for that second position now. Seems like Kinder just starts to fall off a little bit as the tires grow older.
Paisley back and forth got a little squirrely up the start-finish line, and everybody's caught up with him now. We got a little racing going on.
Here comes Elliot Longenecker to his inside in that 5 Bass Pro Shops machine. Not going to be able to make it work just yet, as Jeff Paisley going to be clear, potentially going into 1.
Oh, Jason Warren scraped the wall. And he loses a position.
Yeah, Warren, after that restart, has kind of struggled. He's fallen back to the 7th position. He was looking to pass Clint Reist for the second position when he got loose, and, well, it's kind of gone downhill ever since.
Yeah, he's trying to run a high line around here, and I think I've seen a couple of guys do that, trying to run a high line, trying to get better grip. You get up too high and you get into that loose gravel and stuff up there, it can make your car go squirrely, slow you down a lot.
Yeah, I mean, these cars are loose when they're by themselves, and then you try to make a pass, and, well, that only amplifies the looseness in these cars, so. You try to make a pass, it only gets tougher.
Then we got Joshua Sexton in the 051 trying to get past Jason Warren now, and some racing behind him as well. Well, there was. I get TV on them and they spread out.
Right. But Joshua Sexton's still looking at the back bumper of Jason Warren. Going to try to make this battle for 7th interesting. I'm really surprised that Jason Warren has fallen back so far. We'll see if maybe it's just saving tires and he's going to start fighting back soon, but a little surprising, to say the least.
I got to think when he lost his momentum earlier and fell back some positions, I think he went into tire saving mode at that point, and it's showing. And I wouldn't count him out towards the end of this race, though.
Yeah, he always seems to be in the lead or close to the lead when it comes down to the important laps. So still a long way to go tonight. Under 100 to go now. It's been that way for a little while, but under 100 to go. So a long way for Jason Warren to fight back from that 7th position. And, you know, for some people, we might be saying, you know, they're doing a good job in 7th, and, you know, we're not throwing shade at Jason Warren's name when we're talking about how we're surprised he's back here at all. It's just, you know, we're used to seeing him up, you know, in the top 3. So when he's in the 7th position, it's a little surprising. But, I mean, that just kind of shows you what Jason Warren, or how fast Jason Warren always is 7th position. He's probably not happy right now.
No, he's not. Tanner Marr, who was up front earlier, dropped back to 14th, and he's under heat from a couple of guys to lose that position. And I think earlier when he got a little squiggly, if he didn't get some damage. And 93 just had to save it again.
Joshua Sexton, Tia Swink, Brett Retterer lined up behind Jason Warren here. Tia Swink looking to the inside of Joshua Sexton now for the 8th spot.
I turned it back and looked at it, and Will Paisley had a little wiggle coming down to 4, and a great save. It has allowed Kinder to get within a half a second, though.
Yep. Half a second lead now for Will Paisley. I think he gets a little loose there at a 4, so that car is starting to get looser and looser as the run goes on. We're at lap 50 right now. We've seen some pace laps, but I'd assume that we're going to see pit stops at least soon for some of these drivers.
Oh, I would imagine.
Unless my fuel window was way off, which would not be surprising.
Well, they've made it this far, so it's at least 50.
Will Paisley took over the lead early and has kept it ever since, but Garrett Kinder trying to make it interesting, a 3/10 lead now. I mentioned maybe he was falling back on the long run, and just as I said that, he flew away from Clint Reist and catching our leader.
I got to think Garrett might have been saving them tires a little earlier, because I think he's a little bit better than Will right now. He's about 1/10 of a second faster on the last lap. Pretty much even on the last one, so.
Yep, last lap, 31.68 for Will Paisley, 31.66 for Garrett Kinder. The 2 fastest laps on track, I believe, even faster than the guys that went and took tires. Garrett Kinder faster that lap as well. Not by much, but he's still faster.
We might have had somebody spin, but no caution thrown. 48 into the pit, so he must have spun and saved it.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of saves tonight, and that just kind of what comes along with these cars is they are going to be loose with how iRacing has set them up, and, well, it hasn't really disappointed as these guys have been chasing the tail of their car all night. Will Paisley gets loose out of 4 right on cue.
When you start talking about how good they're doing, that's when they start sliding sideways. Oh, Magic
Oh,
Mike into the wall, right there at the leaders.
close one there for our number 1 and 2 throughout the field, and looks like Clint Reist and Jeff Paisley gonna find their way around Mike Uribe. 55 laps into a 133 lap race, now 56.
I think it might have put a blip in the throttle of Kinder because that lead is expanding again.
We are about 10, 11 laps away from halfway in this race. So, with only one caution so far, this race is moving pretty quick. And Brian Rupert is down pit road.
Yeah, he's been there a little while. He's getting some damage fixed. I got to wonder. 57 laps. Should be time for the green flag pit stop.
As we're starting to see a couple of drivers, Clint Reist, Jeff Paisley, they're starting to catch up a little bit to these front two. Jason Warren all the way back to the 11th position right now. Maybe, I think you said he touched the wall. I'm not sure how hard he hit the wall, but maybe him hitting the wall caused him some aero damage.
I got to think maybe it did.
Because that definitely will affect you at a track like this in these cars. Aero, you definitely want to keep that car as clean as you can. And Kinder, after that little mishap with the lap car, has started to catch Will Paisley once again.
Yeah, he was 0.2 of a second faster in the last lap.
Jeff Paisley down pit road.
One.
So our first round of green flag pit stops, Jeff Paisley. And let's see if that attracts all these other guys down to pit road. And Garrett Kinder right on
Paisley
the back
is coming
bumper.
into the pits.
Will Paisley going to come to pits. So Jeff Paisley, Will Paisley start off the round of green flag pit stops.
Well, lap 59. I wonder if they can go 60.
They did have about 4 laps of caution, so that'd be around 56 green flag laps, 55 for Jeff Paisley.
We got a bunch coming in now. The 051's coming in. The 08's coming in.
And Garrett Kinder, your leader right now, I think he's going to pit, and Clint Reist right behind him. So Jeff Paisley has caused pandemonium here at Las Vegas. Everybody pitting after he went in to get his scheduled green flag pit stop.
Yeah, everybody wants to wait till that first guy goes. And then everybody's like, oh, we better go.
Interesting note here, Brett Rederer, I think he went down to pit road on lap 22. Let's pull up the pit stop thing here. Brett, nope, he has not pit yet. So he, I believe, is teammates with Jeff and Will Paisley. So even though they're teammates, he might be in a kind of different strategy here. Maybe just because of where he was on track. So we'll see how long Brett Rederer stays out. William Griffith, Mickey Isaac, Jason Lottridge staying out so far, along with a couple of other cars.
Kevin Rockwell in 10th has been 40 laps since his pit stop. He's moved up to 6th.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of cars going down pit road.
Well, it's interesting to see what these guys did on lap 22, how long they'll stay out, what it'll do for them.
You got to think they can go to about
20 more laps at least.
Yeah, I was thinking lap 22, if they could make it about 56 laps. Yeah, 78 or so. So, yeah, you're right. 10, 15 laps.
I got the top 4 right now. I've gone 63 laps.
Brett Rederer is going to come down to pit road. See if he's able to get down to pit road speed. Doesn't look like he has to smoke him, so he'll be good. So it looks like Mickey Isaac. Well, I was going to say he's going to assume the lead, but he comes down to pit road. Jason Lottridge is next, so he's going to assume the lead.
Oh, he's going to stay out, huh?
Jason Lottridge going to keep that 84 machine out there for at least one more lap. We'll keep this up here as we're getting some pit stops going.
64 laps.
And he's looking like he's going to come in this time.
Yeah, he just called out that he's going to pit. 64 laps. Well, if you can match that, get you 128. Still 5 laps short of the finish.
Kevin Rockwell now in the lead.
Laps.
This is where, as Kevin Rockwell, you're hoping a caution comes out.
You're hoping for a caution once you get to the point where you got about 50, 55 laps left. So that one set of tires that gets you to the end of the race.
Gets a caution now. He'll catch the 10th place on back, a lap down. And maybe even more as more guys are going down the pit road. So,
yeah, I've got 7 cars on the lead lap at the moment.
Yep. I think Jeff Paisley in 6th is the last car. I'm not sure. It might be 7th, though. You're right.
Yeah, I've got him in 7th.
Oh,
yeah,
7th now. It just changed. Yeah, you're right. Out of pit road, Will Paisley, Clint Reist is able to beat Garrett Kinder on the pit strategy call. At least this time around, he's ahead of Garrett right now. Garrett did go in ahead of him. But right now, Kevin Rockwell, your leader.
By 11 seconds, 12 seconds.
He's going to lead as many laps as he can. 19 seconds ahead of Will Paisley. So he just needs a caution before. I think if Will Paisley gets to him before a caution comes out, I think that's when we'll see him pit. And we're officially halfway now. Or past halfway. Sorry, English.
That was a good one, though.
Past halfway. Lap 68.
I think you should keep half past way.
Half past way? Okay. I'll make sure to use that next Thursday.
All right.
This upcoming Thursday. As Kevin Rockwell, you're starting to see just how much tires can mean as he's still out there. And I don't think he's pit yet. Nope.
Will Paisley, the first person with new tires, 16 seconds back. He was 19 seconds back 2 laps ago. So there's a little bit of time here before Paisley catches him.
Yeah, 32.29 for Kevin Rockwell that last time around. A 30.6 for Will Paisley. Almost 2 seconds difference between these tires.
He's got about 7, 8 more laps. Hope to catch a caution. I got 11 guys on the lead lap. The guys are going to be passing him to get their lap back. So,
yeah, currently, trying to see how many cars, but it's showing Will Paisley like a lap down right now because my thing is messing up. But I know he's 3rd. For some reason on Saturday nights, my iRacing live timing and internet love to just leave, I guess you could say.
Yeah. I got William Griffith in 12th, a lap down.
Yep, it's updated as. For some reason right now it just shows Will Paisley's name falling down the leaderboard until I go to him, and then it blinks him in and it shows him 3rd. So a little weird acting up tonight. It's only Will Paisley, though. Everyone else seems to stay just fine, but Will Paisley's name just keeps dropping every time I click off of his name. Weird. 72 laps into a 133-lap race. Kevin Rockwell still out there on 72-lap old tires, and we are just waiting to see how long he can go before he has to pit.
He's out there praying for a caution.
If he can get a caution, we're past halfway, like we mentioned, so he'd be able to make it the rest of the way. I would believe.
Yeah, 61 laps to go. He put 64 on that last. Oh, and a little wiggle from our leader. coming off of turn 4.
Will Paisley's found himself around Cameron Combs. Now in second, 13 seconds back from Kevin Rockwell. Jason Warren right behind him. No, that's not Jason Warren. I'm sorry. It's Clint Reist. Clint Reist and Jason Warren have very similar dark paint schemes. I apologize.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Kevin Rockwell still 13-second gap over Will Paisley. So he has time until Will Paisley catches him or until he runs out of fuel to hope for a caution.
I think if I'm Rockwell, I stay out there till either I hit a wall or run out of fuel, or it's he's in a good spot right now, or a bad spot, depending on how you look at it, because his car's got to be sliding.
William Griffith passing him.
And you can't totally concentrate on running the lap because he's got guys with new tires getting their lap back, and you know he's giving them way. So that's affecting him a little bit too.
Yeah, Griffith in 11th right now. Just got his lap back. Next you'll see Jason Warren. Yeah, that not having a caution after that last restart for Jason Warren is really hurting him. He's fallen back to the 13th or 12th, I think 13th position. And he has just not been able to recover. And with no cautions, he's had no chance for the field to regroup. As he's going to go get his lap back.
I don't know, did he scrape the wall a little bit there getting around the 44 car?
I'm not sure. Unfortunately, when I'm doing these broadcasts, half the time I'm looking at the stream, half the time I'm looking at my TV messing with stuff for the switching between drivers, switching between cameras. So sometimes I miss things when people are like, "Did you see this?" And I'm like, "Sure."
Yeah, I saw it.
As Jason Warren has gotten his lap back in the 12th position, I believe. Well, one caution so far tonight, and I feel like I keep repeating myself, but it amazes me how long Kevin Rockwell has stayed out so far.
Yeah, he's getting close. He's 58 this next time by.
Did he pit on? Was he one of the guys who pit on lap 22?
No, he has not pit yet at all.
So he's coming up on lap 80 of this run. Earlier, me and you were talking before the broadcast, and you.
I'm sorry. Yeah, he pitted on 22.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh, because it's not showing lap 22 on mine.
Yeah, he's 58 laps into this run.
Okay. Because usually it shows the lap that they pit, but it doesn't show that he's pit. So it must be messed up on here.
Mine shows me how many laps they've run since the last pit. So.
Yeah, usually on mine it shows yellow, and then blue is the newest stint. And it's not showing any blue, but it's probably just glitched. But, yeah, so we're going to see how much longer he can stay out there.
Will Paisley's still 10.5 seconds behind. So he's got nothing to do but sit out there and drive for another 5 laps and cross his fingers so the caution comes out. Or hey, he's put on a heck of a show for us.
Yeah, might as well try, right?
Well, yeah. I think, and nothing against Kevin, but I think he was running middle to, later middle in the pack. So to be running up front right now with a chance to get a caution and with 12 cars on the lead lap, he's in a good spot. He's put himself in a great position. Hopefully it'll pay off.
Yeah, like you said, even if it doesn't work out, he's put on a good show. He's led a decent amount of laps now, and Got himself some camera time.
Yeah.
And if it works out, he got himself some camera time, and it worked out.
So Kevin's family sitting there rooting him on.
Yep, exactly.
And we are too. Go, Kevin.
Go, Kevin. No bias, but go, Kevin. Will Paisley, second. Clint Reist, third. Garrett Kinder, fourth. And Jeff Paisley, your top 5.
Yeah, I'm not biased. I like it when a guy takes a chance and it pays off for him.
Coming down to 50 laps to go now.
Unfortunately, I don't think it is because he's on lap 62 of this run. But he's still got 10 seconds on William Paisley, so.
Already 84 laps, like I mentioned, 50 laps to go now. This race is flying by with only one caution.
Yeah, it is. If he can get a good green flag pit stop, he can still put a lot of guys a lap down.
People people complained about long races and, before we had stages, but I just think, racing like this is just as I think more entertaining than stages, just because it brings the factor of, pit strategy, and you don't know if you'll get that next caution.
No. And it shows that we got 29 guys out here with some good car control tonight.
Exactly. I think we see Cameron Combs down pit road, so maybe Cameron Combs pitting the second time to go the rest of the way.
Yep, that'll get him to the end. And I believe we will see Kevin here shortly. Unless he's just going to stay out there till he runs out of gas.
Yep, there he goes.
There we go.
Nice show put on by Kevin Rockwell. Nice attempt, buddy, at trying to get a different pit strategy and have a caution come out at the right time. Just didn't work out. And Will Paisley reassumes the lead, finally, after he was wondering if he'd ever get the lead back from Kevin.
And, we've only got 47 laps to go. And if we don't get a caution, I'm not sure some of those guys up front can make it without pitting one more time.
Caution. Oh. That is a heartbreaker for Kevin Rockwell. That is absolutely horrible. That is...
I believe that'd be Magic Mike.
Kevin will be able to be the wave around behind the pace car. He won't go a lap down, I don't think, because Will didn't catch him and pass him. But heartbreaking.
Very heartbreaking. And we're just talking about all the lack of cautions.
Oh, man. And that kind of finishes the talk about fuel mileage. Let's go check out what happened here. Sorry, I'm so heartbroken for Kevin Rockwell that I forgot we need to check out the caution. Ooh, a couple of cars. I think maybe Brandon Wallace involved, or no. I think that's Joshua Sexton. We'll check it out here. Ooh, Mike Reba into the wall. Elliott Longenecker. Oh, that is tough. And, yep, Brandon Wallace in it as well. Elliott Longenecker was running a nice race tonight. Very unfortunate for that car. And with no quick repairs, I think Elliott is out of the race. Or at least that was a very hard hit. So, and we should see everybody... Nope, just Will Paisley down pit road. I thought we'd see more people down pit road. At least that we're on the similar pit strategy with Will. There's Jeff. Jeff Paisley, Joshua Sexton, Jason Warren, along with Will Paisley pitting. So we have differing pit strategies with around 44, 43 to go.
I'm sorry, I was rewound for that. Did Paisley? Yeah, Paisley came in.
Yep, Will and Jeff Paisley pit. Jason Warren, Joshua Sexton, I think Philip Manzo as well. But Clint Reist, Garrett Kinder, Brett Rutter, Tia Swank, William Griffith, Jason Lotridge, Kevin Rockwell. Kevin Rockwell is the last car to stay out. It's showing him 7th on my screen. I'm not sure if that's right. If you can double check that for me.
I've got Paisley, Rice, Kinder, Redder, Paisley, Swank, Griffith, Sexton, Lotridge in 9th, Jason Warren in 10th.
Oh, it's showing Will and Jeff in 8th and 9th for me for some reason.
Mine might not be caught up either.
Okay.
So after all that, I'm showing different pit strategies here in different places. Okay. Well, Williams dropping down, so.
I'm showing Clint Reese, Garrett Kinder, Brett Rutter, William Griffith, Jason Lotridge, Kevin Rockwell, Will Paisley, Jeff Paisley.
Yeah, it's fixed.
All right. So
Except
Kevin
for Tias in
Rockwell,
6th.
Kevin Rockwell not able to have the lead when the caution comes out, but he's going to be able to get his lap back. He's going to be a part of the waiver rounds. He's going to be on fresh tires and enough fuel, so it doesn't entirely work out for him, but he doesn't go an actual lap down.
I'm showing him in 7th spot, so.
Yeah, he's going to get the waiver round here. He was stuck behind the pace car, but not stuck behind Will Paisley. So.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe he already got the. I'm not sure.
I think he did.
Yeah.
Well, however it's shaken out.
He's in front of Will Paisley now.
Yeah. I think he got out. He didn't need to wave around. I think he got out of the pits before Paisley came back around, which would have put him back on the tail end of the lead lap. And with all those guys pitting and him staying out, it's earned him seventh position right now.
Yeah,
with,
we see
fresher tires than the top 5.
We see Mickey Isaac, Chris Heiner, and one more car that I couldn't see that are going to take the wave around here. That's Cameron Combs.
I don't understand Clint Rice and Garrett Kinder staying out though. It's been 31 laps since they pit, and we've got 43 to go.
We'll see what
that math doesn't work.
We'll just have to see how it works out for him.
They are going to have to pit.
But for now, Clint Reese, your leader. Garrett Kinder, second. Let me bring this on. Brett Rederer, William Griffith, and Kevin Rockwell, your top 5. Or no, Rockwell 6th. Jason Lotridge 5th, I believe.
Yeah, that's what I'm showing.
Yeah, Kevin Rockwell is just, for some reason, showed. I think he's ahead of Lotridge right now on track, and so it moves him ahead of Lotridge on my iRacing Live timing.
Yeah, that's where I get a little messed up. Sometimes I only get start-finish line, so especially under caution, I have to wait till everybody passes.
These guys are lining up, but I don't think the light was ever out on the pace car, or they added an extra caution lap.
I heard somebody asking for an extension.
Okay. Saw Lotridge hanging back, and I was like, uh-oh, that's not going to work. But then I saw the lights in the pace car, so we're going to get one more to get these guys lined up and right, and we'll go back to green flag racing. Only 2 cautions tonight, ladies and gentlemen. 92 laps in, so that's probably totaling 7 or 8 caution laps at most out of 92 laps. So very impressive showing so far tonight. And we have about 41 laps to go.
I'm going to say one more caution.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. 5 laps or less, there's a caution. Just because that's how this world works.
Yeah, you get down towards the end of the race, gets a little time to go time, and
time to go time. I like it.
Time to go time.
I like it.
I think I might do that on the start next Saturday night. Time to go time.
Screw boogity boogity. Time to go.
Time to go. Oh God, the Southern enemy's coming out.
Oh man.
I'm doing this sober. I think next Saturday, a bottle of whiskey and time to go time.
I don't know. The only way it'd sound more Southern is Time to go get her.
Time to go get her, boys.
Oh, no. Green flag is out. Clint Reese is off. Garrett Kinder, Brett Retterer,
Ooh.
second and third, side by side for the second position right now. 97. Brett Retterer has the position on the inside. Let's see if he's able to make it work. William Griffith fourth. And here comes Jeff Paisley on fresh tires. Rumbling through the field right now.
And Mr. Jason Warren right behind him.
Jason Warren, we mentioned how he wasn't getting cautions, and it was kind of unfortunate. And he gets that caution, and, I mean, he is flying right now in that fifth position, so it's all starting to come together for him now. As he and Jeff Paisley up to the fourth and fifth position. And Will Paisley, here he comes as well. We're starting to see these fresh tires smoke the old tires right now. Jason Warren looking to the outside of Jeff Paisley. Jeff Paisley, I think Jason Warren was trying to use Jason Lotritt, or Jason, I think it's Brett Retterer, sorry. I think he was trying to use Brett Retterer as a pick on Jeff Paisley, but it didn't end up working out. And now it's kind of a pick on him, and Jeff Paisley's going to take that spot away. And just as well, Will Paisley. Jason Warren to the outside of the 97. He's going to make it work. He lost a couple positions, but he's able to get past the 97, and now only 2 cars in front of them on older tires. Just look at older tires compared to new, as Jeff Paisley catches.
30 laps difference there.
Jeff Paisley and Will Paisley catch Garrett Kinder like it's nothing. Not like it's nothing. It is nothing for these fresh tires.
How fast Jason Warren got by Kinder there.
Oh, Paisley almost hit the wall. Jeff Paisley, I guess when you have... Oh! Father blocking son action here.
Uh-oh.
Jeff did say before the race he'd wreck his son to win. Obviously, he was joking, but he's blocking a little bit on his son as he takes the lead, and Will's going to take second. Jeff Paisley trying to school his younger self.
Yeah, I don't think Will feels too comfortable behind him. I think he feels better in front. Oh, and a little slippery.
He gets loose. That back end squirrely right now. And Jason Warren up to the third position. So just like that, he was in the 12th position trying to get his lap back from the leader, and now he's in the third position trying to fight for the lead. So, I mean, so much can change in about 15 laps.
Yeah, those new tires were just shot those boys up there like a rocket.
I think, and you wondered why. Oh, fight for the lead. I'll bring that
squeeze.
I'll bring that
squeeze from Jeff.
I'll bring that point up in just a second. We have a fight for the lead right now. Paisley versus Paisley. Jeff versus William. Reaching lap 100 this next time by. Oh, Will Paisley hits the white line and a little bit of the apron. He's able to keep the car straight. But he is on the back bumper of Jeff Paisley right now.
Oh, he just gets up to him quick with that big run.
Looking to the inside, the 93 William Paisley. He's going to use the apron now. He's going to clear Jeff Paisley going into turn one. Well, I thought he was. Going into turn one, new leader, Will Paisley, back to the lead now. And a point I was going to bring up, you wondered why Garrett Kinder and Clint Reese stayed out. I think they're hoping that a caution comes out in about 10 or 15 laps, and they'll have a set of tires left to where these guys won't.
That could have went through their mind, I guess.
Yeah, as these guys, if they have 2 sets of tires, they used up their last set right there. So these guys hoping that a caution does not happen, and guys like Garrett Kinder and Clint Reese hoping a caution doesn't happen too early, but because you want to have a decent sizable distance between the tires. So 10 or 15 laps of caution comes out, that's going to work out for Kinder and Reese and guys who stayed out with them.
I think if we get one about 15 to go, that'd probably be the sweet spot.
As Will Paisley, your leader, and he's running away from Jeff Paisley. Jason Warren now looking to the back bumper of the 7 machine. Joshua Sexton in fourth. He's we saw him racing Warren back in the 7th or 8th position earlier. Now up to the 4th spot.
Yeah, Warren got a little low on that last one. Got a little wiggly.
And Mr. Kevin Rockwell up to the 5th position.
That's a good run, Kevin.
But right now, William Paisley absolutely rocketing away from the field right now. 30 laps to go this time by. Coming down to the go-go time.
It's time to go time. I have 31 to go.
Yeah, I meant coming down to 30 laps to go this time by.
Okay. Oh.
Boom, 30 laps to go.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, Warren getting up to Jeff Paisley on the outside.
Oh, we were almost 3 wide with Sexton there, but he falls
Thought
back.
about it.
And here comes Kevin Rockwell for the 4th position. Jason Warren on the outside, though, of Jeff Paisley. And that outside line is definitely going to work for him. As coming out of turn 4, he should get a pretty good run on Jeff.
Yeah, Rockwell's not only got good new set of tires right now, he's still got a set in the pits.
Yeah. So,
yeah, that could come in handy.
did you say he pit on lap? Oh, Sexton and
Oh,
Jeff
there
Paisley
we
almost
go.
get together.
Oh, nice save.
Nice save by Joshua Sexton there. He's not going to like it because he's going to fall back to 5th, but at least he still has a car to run. He saves that car and gives himself a chance to fight back. So, did you say that Kevin Rockwell pit on lap 22?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so he does not have a set of
Okay,
tires.
I'm just making...
Our bad.
I forgot if he pit on lap 22 or not. You are fine. Now we're going to see Jason Warren in the 2nd position. Let's see how quickly, if he's able to, catch Will Paisley. Now Kevin Rockwell looking to the outside of Jeff Paisley. He's not going to get there just yet. Looking to try to take that 3rd position away.
Oh, he is putting heat on him. Will Paisley, in the meantime, is in a different zip code.
Ooh, Jeff Paisley blocking Kevin Rockwell a little bit there, but he gives the inside line to him, and that 00 car is going to take that 3rd position away. Well, if a caution is going to come out for these guys that stayed out, the next 10 laps or so is probably the time for it to happen.
Yeah, I'm glad that caution that came out while he was in the pits didn't hurt him, because it seems like that gamble he had earlier is paying off big time right now.
Yeah, if we go green the rest of the way, he's going to at least get a top 5 finish, maybe even a top 3.
Yeah.
We thought it wasn't going to work out and he pit, and, well, caution comes out right as he pits. So, still 25 laps to go now. Still 24 laps for a caution to come out. Obviously, I'm not rooting for the caution, but there are guys out on track right now rooting for a caution. So, if they want to happen, 24 laps for it to happen right now.
We got guys all strung out here. I don't see any. Everybody's kind of lined up trying to get himself to the end of the race, I think.
It's amazing we've only had 2 cautions tonight. It is a bigger track, so a little bit easier to, stay out of trouble, but still, I thought Will was going to touch the wall there. It's still impressive to see these guys run, over 100 laps and only have 2 cautions.
Yes, it is. It's a credit to this league and in general. We got a lot of good drivers out here.
Will Paisley has led most of this race. I think the only time he really hasn't led is the first lap when Warren led, and those laps that Kevin Rockwell and a couple of other drivers led when they were staying out. Guys like, I'm trying to remember. I only really remember Kevin just because he stayed out the longest, but we did have a couple of drivers lead a couple laps before coming into pit. I believe Brett Retterer led some laps.
Oh, we got Rockwell trying to make a move on Jason Warren, and they're both catching up to the lap car of Mikey Uribe.
Rockwell late, trying to maybe even make a move to try to win this race. First, he's got to get past Jason Warren for that second position, but he's shown some speed here late.
I think Rockwell, with Warren in front of you like that, this might be a good time to tuck underneath this bumper and get whatever advantage out of the draft you could get. Or just try to pass him.
Yeah, you never know if that could maybe slow him down. If he's faster, it could slow him down as well. So I think I think he wants to get ahead of Jason while he can, while he has the opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah. Anytime you have an opportunity to pass Jason Warren, pass him.
You do it. As Jason
and
Warren.
And a good pass there.
Yep, Kevin Rockwell to the second position over Jason Warren, and now sets his eyes on Will Paisley. But with 20 laps to go, 1.8 seconds between him and Will.
It's not impossible to make up a 20 to go, but the way Will's been running tonight, he's not going to make it easy.
Yeah, Will Paisley there. That Delta car, you've seen him run that recently, and it's a nice looking paint scheme. Currently 14 cars on the lead lap. Garrett Kinder holding on to the 6th position after staying out on old tires, so he has fallen back, but not too much.
Yeah, he's one of the guys right now with the hope of a caution about now.
Yeah, about now is probably the right time. But with how these guys have been racing, it's going to be hard to get that caution for sure.
Garrett's going to have to pit somewhere in the next 6-7 laps. He's going to have to pit for fuel. I got about 6 guys that are going to have to pit for fuel before this is over. Six guys on the lead lap. There's several of them lap down as well. Oh, what happened to Rockwell there?
Kevin Rockwell, yeah, he's fallen back to the 4th position. I think he just got loose. I mean, he saved it, but he got loose. That's what it looked like, because he was catching the car when I went over to him. So, falls from the 2nd position to the 4th, and now he's got to get his composure back and try to catch Joshua Sexton for the 3rd position.
I've rewound it here a little bit, trying to take a look.
And Kevin still looks like he is a good amount of speed. He's getting to the back bumper of Joshua Sexton here.
Rockwell came out of turn 4, got sideways, got in the grass, got back on track. He's lucky to still be going.
Garrett Kinder up to the 5th position now, behind Kevin Rockwell. And Rockwell looking to the inside of Joshua Sexton, loses a lot of momentum there. So really now all Rockwell's looking to do is try to get back at least to the top 3, maybe back to 2nd position, but unless a caution comes out, winning this race is kind of not, out of the reach now for these guys. Even for Jason Warren. I mean, Will Paisley has a 3-second lead over Jason Warren right now.
Yeah, and we've got Kinder on pit road. And I'm sure a couple other guys will be joining him. Brett Retterer and William Griffith, Jason Lottridge, and Clint Reese.
Battle for 3rd is still on. Joshua Sexton doing a really nice job at holding on to this 3rd position and holding off Kevin Rockwell. Rockwell starting to fall back a little bit now.
Yeah, he got loose off of turn 4. He ended up in the grass there. I'm not sure if it didn't unsettle his car a little bit too.
Yeah, and that's even if it didn't unsettle his car, it kind of unsettles you.
Yeah,
When you wreck at all, whether you save it or not, it kind of gets you out of your rhythm, and it takes a while to get it back. And he still has enough time to get it back, but especially when you go in the grass, that can throw you off. But Joshua Sexton holding on to that third position over him right now. Sexton a nice run tonight. He started eighth, and we've seen him around seventh or eighth for the most part tonight. But when it really matters, he's up into that third position.
yeah, he's had a nice run, and they're speaking of nice runs, they're closing up a little bit here on Jason Warren.
Yeah, second, third, and fourth. About a second from Jason Warren. Or I wouldn't even say a second, probably half a second between Jason Warren and Kevin Rockwell, second to fourth. Now Kevin Rockwell looking to the inside of Joshua Sexton. Clint Reist is down pit road now. He's one of the guys who stayed out. There's still a chance for them to get a caution and be on fresher tires, but right now it's not looking like it. I think their best opportunity is these guys racing for these positions right now to wreck and bring out a caution.
Yeah, that's the only thing they've got left. At the 24 is going to pit out of 11th spot. He's on lap 62.
That's just the name of the game. When you don't know if you'll get another caution, you have some people that save a set of tires and people that don't with 30 laps to go. And right now it's working out for the guys who pit on lap 100 or so.
Yeah, big time. Big time for William Paisley.
Yeah, William Paisley up here in the first position, 3.4 seconds over Jason Warren now, so he's only extending that lead as we go with 9 laps to go now, under 10 laps to go already. With races these, I gotta say this, with races with the length of these ones, 200 miles or maybe a little bit less, but I think it's around 200. It's easy for these races to last 2 hours. But we are coming up,
Yes.
I think, about an hour and a half into this race, maybe a little bit less. And we have 8 laps to go. That just shows how many green flag laps we've gotten with these guys tonight at Las Vegas.
Might get a little interesting here with third and fourth with Tanner Marr and the Jet Oswald back here a lap down, fresh tires, trying to get their lap back.
Chris Heiner and Brian Torquia down pit road, along with William Griffith. Rockwell doing all he can to try to get that third position back, but he's just having a tough time getting to Joshua Sexton. But while we're talking about that, Joshua Sexton looking to get to the back bumper of Jason Warren.
Yeah. Let's just go.
I think these guys back here, Tanner Marr, Josh Oswald, are being as patient as they can be, realizing these guys are battling for position. They're getting runs on them, but they're not using them as they usually would.
Yeah, it's difficult. You're faster. You want to get by them. And these guys are racing for position, so they're not going to back off and give you that position as you would normally in the middle of a race. Somebody a lap down, fresher tires, you just let them go. But these guys are not in a position to do that right now.
And earlier, when we were talking about Kevin Rockwell passing Jason Warren while he had the chance, this is what we mean, because Joshua Sexton actually might get a run to his outside. I was going to say, it's one thing to get to the back bumper of Jason Warren on older tires, but it's another thing to pass. And Warren's doing a really nice job at holding him off. But Joshua Sexton to the inside, he's going to try to get as far away from him as he can. Diving down into turn 3 for that second position. Joshua Sexton, late in the race, takes that second spot away, and he's just a caution away from, possibly being able to race Will Paisley for the win.
Yeah, that's the only way he's going to catch Paisley. At the moment, it'd be caution or for Paisley to have a problem.
And, yeah, so with 4 laps to go, Will Paisley, Joshua Sexton, Jason Warren, Kevin Rockwell, and Jeff Paisley make up your top 5. And Kevin Rockwell still going to try to catch Jason Warren. And Jason Warren gets loose. That's going to give Kevin Rockwell a really nice run for that third position. 3 laps to go. Jason Warren thankfully saved her, else he would have took himself and Kevin Rockwell out. Joshua Sexton completely running away from these guys now.
Yeah, he is.
If he just had more time, I think he'd maybe have something for Will Paisley, but just not time left, coming to 2 to go. And we'll go over to Will Paisley now, making time through lap traffic. 2 laps to go here in the Rebels Roulette 133 in the Send It Cup Series.
I'm going to keep an eye on Warren and Rockwell here and see what happens.
Yeah, we'll check that out, and then we'll follow Will Paisley for the last lap. See if Kevin Rockwell can't make a move on Warren here late. Rockwell doing everything he can, but it's just tough to pass Jason Warren. Sexton made it happen, but it took Sexton a while to pass him. And while Kevin Rockwell, white flag is out, just does not have time. He has 1 lap to do it.
Last lap of a great race. It's been a lot of fun tonight, a lot of interesting strategies, and it's a lot of fun racing.
Through 3 and 4 for the last time. Will Paisley absolutely dominant tonight in that 93 Delta machine. Crosses the start-finish line, and he wins the Rebels Roulette 133 from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Jason Warren comes home with that 3rd position as he holds off Kevin Rockwell. Will Paisley just finds a way every single week to be fast.
Yes, he does. And everybody's on the same setup, so you can't say it was a setup deal.
I think we're going to see him run that paint scheme the rest of the year. Yeah. Or the season.
And coming down to the finish line, Kevin Rockwell pulling out the 4th, but Chris Heiner trying to wreck in front of him. Almost took that out of his pocket.
Two nights in a row now for Will Paisley doing burnouts.
You can afford the tires. Give the work to the simulated engine guys.
Yeah, let's see if he makes those simulated motor guys mad by destroying the motor here.
Yeah.
I think Will Paisley watched the broadcast last night. For those who tuned in last night, I said I was waiting for a driver to do a Polish victory lap, and well, there he goes. So he definitely watched the broadcast over last night.
I was hoping to be the first to do that.
Maybe give the RV guys on the backstretch a burnout. No, I think he's just gonna go by them, wave to the crowd. He either watched the broadcast over or this is just one big coincidence.
Yeah. Well, we'll get a chance to ask him here shortly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is he going to stay out there and run a whole nother race?
We're gonna get 133 laps going backwards. I think he's gonna try to find that start finish line or that winner's circle. As he gonna hop out of that car, and we're gonna pull him into the broadcast booth. Dominant showing from Will Paisley. I'm gonna find him. William Paisley, there he is. Hey, William, Zach, and Sam in the booth. You got a copy?
I do. Howdy.
First of all, before we go into your race, did you happen to watch the broadcast over last night?
That would be telling.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering because I mentioned last night that I was waiting for somebody to do a Polish victory lap, so I was like, either he watched the stream over, or that's one big coincidence. So
Yeah.
you're able to pull off the win tonight here at Las Vegas. We saw you win last night at Martinsville. I know that's a different series, but just take us through how you're able to be, so good at a variety of tracks.
Um, to be honest, I don't really know how to explain it. I tend to take a lot of how I do my preparation for races as how I do it for like road courses, right? So I tend to think of corners a little bit differently than maybe some people do with ovals. Like I tend to try to think about optimizing speed through the corner, while also trying to figure out exit and making sure that I'm trying to save as much tire as I can. And I mean, maybe that shows with my qualifying because I never get pole.
Yeah, so kind of take us through your race now tonight. You were, other than when the green flag pit stops were happening, you basically led every lap.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. I managed to get a pretty good start at the start of the race, and then managed to get to the lead. And I mostly was just trying to manage my tires through most of the race, and we kind of got a bit lucky, I guess, with how kind of the cautions fell. Um, I was really scared when I pit that the second time that we were going to get another caution at some point in there, but we ended up getting lucky, and I just managed to hold on to my tires for most of the race, try to stay within what I could do. A couple times, obviously, I stepped out, but the setup was a bit loose, so it's kind of how it goes.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. I seen we were keeping an eye on you a few times coming out of, I believe it was turn 4 every time. One on the low side and on the high side, you were getting a little wiggly there. Was that just a bad position setup or old tires or?
I think it's a mix of both. It seems like when you kind of go in between different grooves on the track, you definitely get a little bit loose, more so than if you were to actually stay in the obviously the right groove. And when you're on that high side, it's really kind of hard to keep it up towards the wall, and so that's why I was kind of wiggling up there. But down low, it's also bumpy. I mean, it's it's really hard. Like for the most part through the corners, I was holding it maybe 75% of the throttle, 90 to 75, somewhere around there, depending on tire wear.
How much fun was it racing your father at the end of the race?
Honestly, it was pretty fun. I was getting a little bit frustrated though because I was worried about some of the guys who were behind me as well. And so you have the kind of thought process of, oh, they're going to be catching me, and then I'm fighting my dad. So obviously, I don't want to wreck him. And I'm getting some of these runs that I was getting, and I was just kind of worried about it. But eventually, I managed to get under him, and then we kind of just went our separate ways, I guess.
Yeah, separate, definitely. Well, thanks for a good show.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Welcome, I guess. I don't know.
So you got any shout outs you want to throw out there, Will?
Thanks to the team. We did pretty well today. I think all three of us got a top 10, or where did he finish? Sorry, I'm trying to.
Rutterer finished 11th, so close.
Okay. Yeah, almost. I knew that he was having some fuel stuff right at the end, but we were discussing strategy throughout most of the race, and well, I guess me and my dad ended up choosing the right one. Yeah. Also, thanks to my dad, he raced me clean. A little bit harder than I would have liked, but clean.
Yeah, I was.
All right, well, congratulations, man, and looking forward to seeing you next week at Phoenix.
Yeah, looking forward to it as well.
All right, man, have a good night. All right, that was your winner, William Paisley, and now we're going to go ahead to Joshua Sexton, who there in that late run looked extremely fast. He just didn't have a chance with William Paisley how far he was out. We'll get him in here. Hey, Joshua, it's Zach and Sam in the booth. You got a copy?
I hear you, Zach.
Well,
And Sam.
we saw the late surge by you, just not enough time with Will Paisley out by 3 or 4 seconds. Take us through your race.
Yeah, it was. I'm really happy with it. It's honestly the first time I've raced a NASCAR on iRacing, so I'm really happy with the result. And it was a really crazy track. You're on the edge the whole time, um, and I think we ended up with the right pit strategy there at the end. I was worried that if we got a caution, we definitely would have fell back, but everything kind of worked out our way, so that was cool.
Yeah, so we saw you, I think, around seventh or eighth for a majority of the first half of the race. Were you just kind of sticking back and letting the tires stay relatively healthy to try to make a late push?
Yeah, I was trying to not overdo it, and it actually worked out pretty good because there was, quite a few people that I was able to pass there towards the end of that run, or at least move up a little bit. But if you ran too hard too early, it just destroyed the tires, and I knew that I had to save as much as I can, and even in that final run, I had to save as much as I possibly could.
All right, go ahead now.
Oh, hey, great race tonight. I can't remember when it was, but I'm not. I'm hoping it was you. Uh, back, you had a little. Did you have a little slippery there on the front stretch and lost some spots and got back into it? Was that you?
I don't actually remember. It was such a long race. I don't remember. The I think there. Oh yeah, I was trying to get past Jeff Paisley, and
Right.
and it was yeah. So I got into the corner too hot, and I just barely scraped him. And thank God we both saved it. I didn't want to definitely cause a wreck, but yeah, it got me down on the apron, and it really kind of killed. That mistake really kind of killed me because I think had I gotten past those guys there, maybe I could have had at least a better shot. I still don't think I had anything for William, but at least I could have been a little bit closer, hopefully.
Yeah, you were. Once you got past, once you got in the second spot there, you were faster. You were kind of catching him. It's just 4 seconds ahead of you. What's the problem?
Yeah, yeah. And I think, like I said, I was trying my best to save tires as much as possible, uh, and try to even out those lap times over the run. And the car was really loose at the end, but I think it was just a little bit better than some of the other guys, and that's where we made those passes.
All right, so you got any shout outs you want to give out tonight?
Just thanks for Rebels Racing Network, Original Rebel Racing League for letting us join in here. Thanks to my teammates, Five Kings Motorsports. They were with me tonight, and we did a little bit of testing, trying to get everything figured out. So, and of course, thanks to my spotter, my dad, who called a good race there at the end and got me through the field.
That's awesome to hear. Nice second place finish. Looking forward to seeing you next week at Phoenix.
I'm looking forward to this. Was really, really cool. It was a great race. The guys put on an awesome show. The racing was so good all race. It was unbelievable how good it was. So
All right, man. Well, you have a good night. All right.
thank you.
All right. That was Joshua Sexton, your second place finisher. Now we'll move on to Jason Warren.
I think I'm gonna be a little disappointed if he doesn't bring up his dad. The way we got everybody so far. Me and you, Paisley boys, Joshua having his dad spot for him.
All right, we'll go ahead and pull in Jason here. Hey, Jason, Zach, and Sam in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, what's going on, guys?
Well, man, it was kind of a roller coaster race as we kind of paid attention to you. You were leading or in second place for a majority of the beginning of the race. You fell back to, I think, 12th or 13th, but as you always seem to do late in the race, you got yourself up to third position and finished there. Take us through your race.
I put down a pretty blistering qualifying time, and then I was pretty content with following William there, and then I just didn't. I don't think I did a very good job managing tires at the beginning. So kind of started getting loose a little bit. Fell back to fifth, sixth, and then I think I got loose and got into TS a little bit and went down in the grass and all that good, wonderful stuff. And I had to fight my way back up there. That pitting for tires on the last caution when a lot of people didn't probably saved my race.
Yeah, we've heard all night from these guys that how loose the car was. How hard was it to manage that?
It got pretty wicked loose there once you got about 20-25 laps on the tires. Um, it was actually just loose overall in general, but it was pretty manageable overall. Once you got, I think the first round, I got 50, 60 laps on those tires. That was rather interesting to say the least.
Go ahead, Dick.
I'm sorry, excuse me. How much did excuse me, sorry about that. How much did racing those lap down cars on the pressure tires affect you there at the end from finishing at least second there?
Sexton, he was faster than me on the longer run. I was getting a little paranoid that the lap cars might cost me to not finish in the podium, but yeah, I'll take third. And I probably shouldn't have finished in the top 10 these cars anyway. Gradually getting better and better at them, but yeah, I'll take third in these things.
We were paying attention to you off and on throughout the night. Seems like you had some good runs. Seemed like you had some moments there where you might have been needing a change of pants there, getting a little sideways on some of the exits.
Yeah, I was driving the hell out of it at a few points when I probably should have just been content and just running laps trying to save tires. But I'm not really. I just enjoy running short tracks where you're always on the seat of your pants, and sometimes on these mile-and-a-half tracks you get. I'm not going to say bored because I don't think bored is the correct term, but you kind of get a little complacent, and then you get on the throttle a little too soon, and before you know it, you're nearly sideways.
Well, it was a good race for you tonight. Congratulations on the third place finish.
I appreciate it, Sam.
Yeah, you got any real quick? You got any shout outs you want to throw out there, Jason?
I give a shout out to Elliot Longenecker. He had an unfortunate race tonight. He put in a lot of practice this week. He helped me quite a bit. Oswald and Ray Page and Keith Thurst and all those guys. 09 Motorsports, the Crafty Crafter. You guys for broadcasting, of course, Matt Geis and Logan and all the admins and stuff that help keep this thing going.
All right. Well, congratulations on your podium finish. Looking forward to seeing you next week at Phoenix.
All right, you guys take care.
All right. That was your podium. Will Paisley, Joshua Sexton, and Jason Warren will go ahead and go through the results of tonight's race. And while we do, Dad, your last thoughts about tonight's race?
Good racing, good group of guys. Credit to Matt Geis and putting together the original Rebels Racing League and managing it the way he does. A lot of guys in here, a lot of different issues that he has to put up with, and somehow managed to put together an excellent league and an excellent store where you can buy original Rebels Racing League merchandise. And I believe you have the link to that store. I can't remember what it is, but look up Original Rebels Racing League, kids, and get yourself some gear.
Yeah, I'll get that. I'll get that for you real quick. Original Rebels Racing League. No, I don't know if that's going to be the actual link, so I won't say it. But yeah, just look up Original Rebels Racing League shop, and you'll probably find it. We'll get an actual link so that we can get you guys to that for the upcoming broadcasts. But yeah, Matt Geis puts on a great show, and along with all the admins in the league that separately run these different series, this league has branched out into a lot of different series running. So yeah, shout out to all those guys, and shout out to you, Jeff Paisley and Alex Veith, who helped me with these broadcasts. So shout out, I'll give my own shout outs there. Next week we head to Phoenix, like we mentioned. We'll pull up your schedule here. There you
Since
go.
I have a moment, Jesse Necula, our single admin tonight running the race, did a great job.
Yeah, he honestly, and this isn't anything saying to him. I'm just saying he had an easy race to call tonight. Honestly, from race control, 2 cautions, 7 caution laps out of 133 total laps run. So these guys made his job pretty easy tonight. But yeah, he's one of the admins and one of the guys who runs. He runs the Saturday Night Syndicate Cup series. So yeah, these guys definitely gave him an easy job tonight, and I bet he appreciates that. But yeah, next week, Phoenix, 150 laps around that 1 mile length track. It's going to be an interesting race. It's, when we talk about loose, when you get back on the gas at Phoenix in these cars, it can get pretty loose. So I'm looking forward to that.
There'll definitely be a few more caution laps next week.
Yeah, we'll see what happens there. Kansas, Martinsville, Michigan, then a couple of bye weeks. And then we head to Bristol, Talladega, Dover, Auto Club, Kentucky, and Chicagoland before we have a bye week. And then we get into the playoffs. Texas is the first race of the playoffs. Homestead, Talladega, Richmond, and Charlotte running out the season. So a long way to go in this season. Only 4 weeks in, week 5 next week. So these guys put on a great show pretty much every week, and looking forward to seeing what they can do at Phoenix. We'll go ahead, talk about one more thing, and then we'll get out of here. The original. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. And a big thanks to you, Zach Wetstein. Yeah, I get to say that. Zach, you put together all the graphics. You do all the streaming. I just sit here and run my mouth, and you do a great job.
I appreciate it. So here is the Original Rebels Racing League. These aren't all the series now. There are more that we have opened up. Just it's not a part of the graphic right now. The Sunday Night Truck Series, those are on Sunday nights, obviously brought to you by Intensity Broadcasting. You can catch them on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook, just as well as you can catch us on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook, where you'll see the Friday Night Extreme Xfinity Series, the Saturday Night Syndicate Cup Series like tonight, and the Tuesday Night Dirt Invader Series. Definitely a bunch of interesting series, and we, like I mentioned, we've started up some new ones. The Monday Night Series Street Stocks, I believe, or I don't know if it's Street Stocks, but that's a series that has a 1,500 iRating cap limit. So if you're looking to join a fun league that, it's kind of a relaxing league, everybody's laid back, then this is definitely one for you. The Tuesday Night Dirt Invader Series and the Saturday Night Send It series are both recruiting. The Friday night and Sunday night are locked up right now. But you can join and race on Saturday nights, Tuesday nights, Monday nights. There's just so many series for you to possibly join, along with the Thunderstruck Super Series, the sister league to Original Rebels Racing League. So if you're interested, look up those on iRacing or Facebook, or you can look up and message Matt Geist, the owner of the league, and we can get you on track with the guys that you see every week on broadcast. So, that was 133 laps tonight at Las Vegas. Will Paisley is your winner. Zach Wetstein and Sam Wetstein from the booth. Have a good night.